Hello everyone, and welcome to this brief video tutorial on how to open up your Ascend EVV training videos, and then how to create a watch list within YouTube to be able to store them so you can easily access them later on for further reference. If you're like me, what will happen is that over time you'll kind of forget some of the tasks that you do. So this way you can store them up in, since they're private videos, you can actually create a watch list, a private watch list on your YouTube account, and then access that time and time again, and it will be in one area. So if you look at your watch list, you can actually access them. If not, they'll drift. So we'll go over that here in a little bit. So if I go here and I click on this link, it's going to take me to YouTube. And you'll see here it says that this is a private video and that I need to sign in. So if this was a regular video that was public, it would automatically start playing here. But in this case, I have to have an account here. So since these are being sent to your work email, that YouTube channel, that YouTube account, you just create it underneath your work email in that way. So I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to sign in. And it should pull over my credentials from my account that I'm in. And there it did. Okay, and then the video will start playing. But at this point, there's really no way. I could go ahead and I could listen to this video, everything would be fine, but it's not going to.
Now we're going to go to the related.
It's not going to help me, for further views. So if I go here and I look, and I go down to my history, I will see that it's there, and I'll see that it's under today, but slowly this will drift away. And that means if I have to view this a week from now, I'm gonna have to scroll through my history to pull that out, and over time this history will clear out. So instead, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go here to my library, and I'm going to see my videos here showing in my library. Now, what I'm going to do is I'm going to go to these three dots along the side here, and I'm going to click on that, and then it'll say one of the options, the third option down, is to save to playlist. So if I don't have a playlist created, it will let me do it, but when I click on this, if I already have one, it will give me a list of all playlists I've already created. So I'm going to go here and I'm going to click it, and you'll see that I've been playing around. So I have Ascend training and an Ascend training 2. I'm going to go ahead and hit the plus sign to create, and I'm going to do a training. And then you'll notice that it's private, and it's going to stay private. I'm not going to be able to change this because this is a private video. So I'm going to go ahead and say OK here. And now that should be saved, add it to training. So if I go here to this other video and I click on it, this other Ascend training video, I can go to the playlist, save to playlist. And you'll see that I have my 3 playlists here. I'm going to say add to that one. And now you'll see that it's been added. So I can do this with any of the videos that I have that I want to categorize and save to the right one. And I can save them to multiples as well if I would like to do that. So if I want to categorize them, say that I wanted to do something that was just for consumer, I could do an Ascend training consumer. I could do an Ascend attendant. So it would kind of go over the demographics of the attendants or the consumers. I could also go in for the visit editor, which is the real meaty area of this training, and I could create one specific for that. But in this case, I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to leave it at that. So now accessing them later on, if I go up here and I click, you'll see that my watch lists are all showing. So if I click the hamburger, which is what they call these 3 stacks, top, it will bring up, and you'll see that all my things, if I go here to the watch list, only the videos that I've added will be showing there. So then I can categorize them and watch them later on. I can add a description if I want to, all this stuff, and they will always be here for you later on. Now at this point, I could remove a video from the watch list, but I really can't do anything. Like, I couldn't delete the watch list. The only way that I can find to delete the watch list would be if you were to create a YouTube channel. Now, YouTube channel it means that you have the intent to play videos or to create videos and do things like that. And most people don't do that. A lot of people like to watch YouTube, but if you made a watch list that you didn't want to, you'd just go up to your little icon for your name here, you'd click on it, and then you'd go to create a channel. And then when you create your channel, you could do it. So you could go here to YouTube Studio, which is where you'd actually go to delete it, but you won't be able to open it because it wants you to create a channel whenever you do that. So be careful on how you create your watch lists. If you need to delete one, you will have to create a channel. The channels it doesn't require you to post anything on YouTube. It really doesn't. I've had a couple accounts that have had a channel for years, and they just are what they are. But it allows you a little more freedom, a little more control over it. But for right now, that ends this video on how to create a down and dirty watch list to be able to store your private videos to be able to watch later on. I hope you found this video helpful.